Business is the art of seizing opportunities, and new ones have just arrived. That's why, after Donald Trump's decision on reciprocal tariffs, the owner of this family-owned bakery in Louisiana swapped products imported from French corporations for those supplied by small American producers.
Keep the prices the same for a while, but if it keeps on going, we'll have to increase prices. And after that, we'll see how the customers are reacting, and they'll tell us if we need to keep the prices down, which means switch to another flour.
The tariffs imposed by Donald Trump are primarily intended to level the playing field. During years of Democrat rule, hardworking Americans were fueling primarily Chinese and EU corporations. Now, manufacturing in America once again is expected to be profitable. American entrepreneurs and American families will benefit.
The
Democrats' rule effectively destroyed the American economy. And it's Trump's actions that are leading to a situation where not only will Americans be able to do manufacturing domestically, but that foreign businesses will come and build factories and create jobs in America. Donald Trump is focusing on national interest, while the Brussels elites in Europe support the interests of large corporations, mainly German and French ones. This superstate cares only about the rich, about capital, about the oligarch, not about the citizens. And Trump cares about the American people. Even small and medium-sized businesses in Germany have been complaining since Angela Merkel's time that there is a preference for multinational corporations. Yesterday's declines in global stock markets were no Armageddon, as left-wing politicians and their affiliated media are trying to depict them, but a natural, temporary shock reaction of the markets to changes in the rules of the game brought about by the American president.
Our message to our clients is don't panic, have a plan in place. These are not the times you want to be selling equities. Usually the best days in the market occur near the worst days, and I think 75% of the best days in the market occur actually in bear market territory, and that's what we're close to today.
The situation on global markets, including the Warsaw Stock Exchange, which suspended trading for an hour yesterday, shows that it is worth talking to the Americans and getting serious about economic cooperation based on equal and fair rules. Global politicians are already lining up to negotiate.
Our future is in our hands. And so, of course, we will keep calm and fight for the best deal with the US. And we've been discussing that intensely over the last few days.
Unfair trade practices against the United States have been used perhaps most infamously by China. That's why Donald Trump issued one last warning to Beijing. If the Chinese don't back down on retaliatory tariffs, Washington would impose an additional tariff of 50% on China, totaling to 104%. As of the writing of this material, the 104% tariffs have just taken effect, and it is unclear how the Chinese side will proceed.
Either
we will have a spiral of retaliatory measures that will lead to even more economic upheaval, or we will have a phase of negotiations that will end in some sort of compromise and stabilization of the U.S. economy's relations with partners around the world. American businesses and American families are Donald Trump's top priority. But the U.S. president is not closing himself off to negotiations with either the EU or China. What can be agreed upon, only time will tell.